Rich 25 by 30 garage, and I thought I'd share with you guys. I already showed the passenger side valve cover underneath what it looks like. Today I'm going to do the driver side, and I guess the previous owner had this filter on there, the crankcase breather, and it's actually got I can actually see it's got a paper element in there. So they're actually probably pretty smart to have this up there, because with all that fine dirt up there in Big Spring, Texas, this probably saved a lot. But all right, let's see what we got underneath the valve cover. All right, try not to get any dirt in there. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Man, what a shame. Stuff almost looks like it's brand new. Just think if they had not have taken the spark plugs out of the engine. There's underneath the valve cover. Look at that. So this is actually probably a pretty good engine, but they left it sit. I'm gonna have to clean this off a little bit more. There's a lot more dirt on there, so I want to clean this off with the hose and all that stuff before I put that back on. And mostly just to keep. I still have to spray some water on here, because basically the starter down here, there's no, the dirt is so bad, there's no gap between the starter and the engine block. It's just the starter is just one big huge chunk of mud. And I know I already cleaned like 3 times already, but I haven't gotten on the left side of the engine here, and I can see it. It's bad. It's pretty bad. Now another thing is, I was struggling to find what size bolt for when I was taking the AC off, and man, I just couldn't. I didn't have anything. An inch was too small, and 1 1/4 was too big. So, and I want to preserve this stuff. I don't want to wreck it, because I want to eventually hook up the AC system, because it gets hot in Texas, and running around without any AC in a 100-degree day, it's no fun. So I got my like a cheapo crapola AutoZone plastic calipers that I have around, and so let me zero this thing out. So this is saying 1.12. So then I went over to Harbor Freight, look at their wrench sets, and took my calipers over there, and there we go, 1.13. well, it's not going to be exact. I mean, these things are plastic, they probably have some give in there, but it's 1 1/8. So I just added another couple wrenches to my collection. So now I have the proper wrench to get on there to get this stuff apart. So I didn't want to damage the stuff or anything like that, because a lot of this thing here is just a muffler. So this can be reutilized, and if it has a leak in it, they'll re-sweat it back together, resolder it back together. So, but eventually I would like to get the air conditioning system working on this car. But and I'm kind of interested in, also with the AC system, any of the openings, I put some tape on them over here and over here, because this system still had some refrigerant in it, some R12, a little bit, so it was still underneath, still had some pressure in it. So I would think that all this, after 51 years of doing that, it still had some pressure in it. So, but anyway, I didn't want to get any dust or dirt or getting any moisture in there, so I went and taped these off. So, and I found a place locally that can rebuild the AC hoses. I'm going to have the AC hoses rebuilt, and then maybe go to AutoZone or Napa or something like that. They sell the compressor, but I'm going to have to buy another compressor, because I don't want to go and give them my compressor as a core. So I would rather get my original one back and put it back on the car. And for some people, they don't matter about that. But for me, I would like to have the original one back on the car. So, but anyway, I want to clean this up before I put it back on there. As you can see, I've definitely made a lot more progress. And I got the carb off, and got all the AC hoses, everything off. The AC compressor is off. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to be, all this stuff needs to be disconnected before you can pull the engine. So, but we're just going to continue on working on here and keep on going. There's still a lot of, underneath the intake, there's a bunch of junk underneath there. So I guess I won't be able to get to that until I actually pull the engine out of this. So, but anyway, that's all for now.